My business is capped at my level of intelligence until you get smart people around you. But once you get smart people around you, how do you get their help in building what you want to build? There's a bunch of ways to go about this, but when it really comes down to it, you need to make your vision big enough for them to fit their vision inside. Now, I've heard people say this before, and I'm sure you have too, but what does it actually mean? Like, what does that really mean, though? I hear you say these words, but I don't know what they mean, and I don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it either until recently. What I used to believe is that you had to be just crazy, just kind of like audacious, like pick big things, like we're gonna go to Mars. And then other people will say, you know, I want to do that too. I want to come work for you. Well, what about people like us who aren't going to Mars, who have a really cool product that we just want to get in the hands of other people? What does it look like when we have a vision that's big enough for someone else to fit their vision inside? Well, I've just started to figure that out, and I want to share with you what I've been learning. First, we need a vision. What does this business look like? What are we actually building? What's the blueprint for it? You can figure out that vision by writing down what you hope to accomplish or what your vision is for how this company will look in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, maybe even 50 years. This is not easy work to do. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes energy. But it's something that's required if you're going to gain the respect of top talent. If people are truly going to fit their vision inside yours, you need to have a vision that's well thought out and well put together. That's just the facts. And it starts with the vision. And then we move on to the why. Why are we building what we're building? What's the mission? Why are we here? I like the mission a lot. You hear terms like mission, vision, values. That's what great companies have. That's what clarity looks like. So we have the vision, we have the mission. What about our values? The values are the external values, the things that we want our customers to feel about our business, Juice 3. And our internal values are the 3 things I want my people to feel about our business. The 3 values that guide us. So theoretically, we should be able to make a decision on something based on our core values and our mission and our vision. For example, will this marketing campaign help us achieve our vision? Is it in line with our mission, and does it embody our core values? That's just a quick example of how mission, vision, and values can relate back to day-to-day initiatives. Once you've gotten clear about what you're building and why you're building it, it's easier for people to align themselves with you. But you're not quite there yet. Now, we've all heard, build a vision big enough so that others can fit their vision inside yours. Okay, so what does that really mean though, and what does it look like? Your job now is to figure out what your people want. What do they want? What does your social media manager want? What does your operations director want? What do the guys at the warehouse want? What does your customer success team want? What does your editor want? All of these people have wants and desires. For example, my operations manager, she wants to buy a house and move out of her parents' house and have ownership over her own property and build up her own life and begin that. It's deeply important to her. So how do we align things in a way where she gets what she wants while I get what I want? And that is the secret. That's what they mean by building a vision big enough that others can fit their vision inside it. The problem is that most people don't know what they want, so it's our job to help them figure out what that is. And once we help them figure out what they want, then we can show them how helping us get what we want, or executing on our vision, will in turn get them what they want. Here's an example. Let's talk about my ops manager again. She wants to buy a house. So the exercise that we are going to do is we're going to take a look at what type of house she wants to buy. How big of a house does she want? What's it going to cost? What's the mortgage going to be? And then we're going to work backwards from that mortgage to a debt-to-income ratio. As you and I know, that's what is important when buying a house, your debt-to-income ratio. How much money do you have coming in? How much money do you have going out? And your debt-to-income ratio should be a portion of that. Now, typically 40%. I know that a mortgage company is going to be okay with 40% of your monthly income going towards your mortgage. So let's say the house that she wants to buy has a mortgage of $3,000. So she needs to be making around $7,000 a month, so that 40% of her income is around $3,000. Now, I'm not sure what the exact calculation is here. I'm kind of spitballing for idea's sake, but please correct me in the comments if you know the answer to this stuff. So in order to afford a mortgage that is $3,000 a month, she needs to be making $7,000 a month. Great, we've made progress. I know her dream is to get a house. I need to now show her how she can earn $7,000 a month by helping me build my vision. So what we do next is really interesting. I paint a picture for her. I show her a career path and I build it out within my business. Okay, you want to earn $7,000 a month? You know, that's almost doubling your salary right now. We need to figure out how much value you need to provide to this business in order to get there. So I'll say things like, okay, you need to completely own X, Y, and Z. So you need to completely own the fulfillment. We need to make steps towards bringing mixing and blending in-house. We need to do bottling and labeling in-house, and we need to do shipping in-house. If you can figure out how to do that while saving this amount of money based on who we're working with now, then we'll have a surplus left over to be able to pay you directly, which will also save the company money. So if you can execute, it will save us money, but that money that we save, a good portion of it can go to you and your salary, which will help you realize your dreams and get you your house. You see what I'm doing here? I'm figuring out what my people want, and I'm figuring out what I want, and figuring out what needs to be true in order for them to get what they want by helping me make this real. You do this with top talent. You do this with the people that you know are capable of helping you get to where you want to go. So it's not going to be for everybody, but it is going to be for a lot of your best people. My ops manager, she's great. She's amazing. I want to work with her for the long term, and she wants to work with me. And I know she has what's needed here. We just need to teach her the skills so she can have them here. So the way we've set this up is that if she can embody, learn, and execute on these skills and help the business, she will get what she wants, and she'll be able to have the house and everything else that she's dreamed of. We reevaluate and we kind of redo this process every year or so, but in between we do performance reviews. Now, this isn't the only way that we try to get the most out of our direct reports or employees, or how we guide them and lead them. We also have objectives and key results, or OKRs, and we have big rocks. We also do semi-annual performance reviews. So, at the end of the year and halfway through the year, we'll look at the KPIs that we've assigned for their goals, and we'll see if they're on track. But the way we have things set up is they report on their metrics. They have a brand scorecard. They have certain things that they're supposed to hit, and they report that stuff to me. So if they're missing or off the mark, they'll know before I know. But we can't get that all set up until I know what I want. So to sum all of this up, everything begins with you figuring out exactly what you want. What do you want to build? What's your vision? Why are you doing it? And that's your mission. What are your customers going to say about you? Those are your external values. And what are your employees going to say about you, and how are they going to make decisions? Those are your internal values. And it's your job as a leader to show them the path that they can take to realize their dreams. And oftentimes they don't know what their dreams are. We have to help them figure it out. And you can do that by asking them good questions and honestly, genuinely giving a shit about them. I'm really excited about this process. Be good to future you.